Welcome, racers. How's it going, everyone? We're back in the McLaren at Spa this week. Yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Unfortunately, we are sans Angelo tonight. He is out at Road America for the SCCA runoffs, doing real race car things. So we'll be doing kind of flying solo ourselves. I think we're really good on setup. I have to say, I do want to try a couple things and work through them and kind of see how they feel. But I don't know that there's a lot more in the setup of this thing tonight. But um, yeah, and as you may have also been able to tell, I am all of a sudden covered in red stuff. Can't tell from the camera angle. I'm actually in a different sim tonight. I'm actually in our secondary sim, chassis number 419. We're just having some small technical glitches with the other one that we're just in the middle of working through right now, some upgrades and whatnot. So we just switched over and we're driving an otherwise totally identical sim. So this is kind of our red sim. We got red belts, we have the red lights, and just imagine I'm going to wear my red gloves tonight. So, but functionally, totally the same. Otherwise, nothing else should be different tonight. So, yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. I think we're really fast in the McLaren. From the practice sessions I was doing earlier today, I think we're going to be a smaller percentage off of the aliens than we've ever been before. I'd like to see. I mean, we'll see tonight where that kind of puts us, but I'm looking forward to it. I know last week we had our user error issue of not actually making it into the race lobby that we, of course, are not going to do tonight because everyone's going to be on top of you about making sure that it doesn't happen. But otherwise, I think this is gonna be fun. So let's get at it here. We'll do some final setup changes and get moving. But how's it going back there tonight? I know we've got, as always, Garrett Heising spotting and crew chiefing. Got Mr. More Podiums helping out with stream production, and then my lovely wife Daphne managing the YouTube and the Twitch.
Pretty good back here.
Yeah.
A little quiet without Angelo, but very much good.
We still got our chips and guac. I dare to say that we are A-OK.
Okay, cool. So I
gotta did it right this year, or this night this year, but
yeah, right.
Doing good.
I gotta say, this is the first day I've spent a lot of time with the new build of Spa here on iRacing. I absolutely love it. So much of the improvements they've made to Spa in real life over the past several years, with curbing and runoffs and different painted surfaces and whatnot, have all made their way to the iRacing version, and it definitely improves the overall experience. It's very visually pretty. Not that it wasn't before, but sorry, I'm just changing some of my audio balancing. There we go. It's just very visually appealing, and then tonight's race is going to be, as you can tell right now, an evening session, so we'll have some nice warm sunset colors with everything. But gotta say, it's only, I mean, I've always loved Spa. This just makes me like it a little bit more. There we go. That's how we do an outlap on cold tires, Greg. All right, let me reset.
Did you catch a wheel there on the curbing? What happened with that?
Yeah, that's something I've been playing with all day, is how much of that inside curbing I can actually use there. I think in the past you were never really able to use it, but now you can kind of get away with using some of it, but too much of it upsets the car. It upsets the aero platform a little bit too much. And with where the aero balance is on the car right now, it's a little on the aerodynamically free side. So if we upset the car a little bit, it's just gonna over-rotate very quickly. So.
But in setup, would you want to change that for, like, was it in Rouge, or what's that, turn 3-4?
Eau Rouge and Radion, yeah. Well, that's a compromise. We always want to run as little wing as we can get away with for our straight line performance, but we don't want something that's going to jump out and bite us if we make one mistake like that. So that's kind of what I've been playing with all day. Generally speaking, in a qualifying mode, I'd want to run something a bit more aggressive because you only have to get it right once, and usually we're sim drivers and real racers, you're able to turn up your focus for a couple laps for qualifying, but in a race scenario, you don't want to rely on having a perfect, absolute precision for an entire race distance, so you'd go to something a little bit more conservative. So I think that was just, at this time, just on an outlap, my temps weren't quite up all the way, and I probably crept in a little earlier than I would have normally wanted to, so let's see how I get it this time. But what have you been driving lately, TJ?
Oh man, I sentenced myself back to the rookies. We had so much fun and laughs last week that I actually took up the MX-5, and I've just been driving the MX-5.
Nice.
And I've really been enjoying it. Just as silly as it is, like as compared to like these high-performant GT3 cars. It's just fun to get that loose and just get the understeer going into it. This week it's at VIR, I guess the North track, which I had never driven before, and it's just, oh man, you're just sliding everywhere. It's chaos, but it's an absolute pleasure to be able to race those fun races. It's fun.
Yeah, the MX-5s have been, I think they've improved their physics model of them, specifically the tire model, so it's definitely better than it's been in previous years. I watched your video the other day. I do not know that configuration of VIR. I only know the full course really well, but I do not know that weird infield thing that they have going on there, so that was totally foreign to me.
I was gonna say, I'd never heard of any series using the north track of VIR. I only ever seen the Miatas in like the full track, which is like you get stuck in that back straight and you can read a whole book in that time.
Yeah.
The north, what is the north even like? Is that like, give me a rough like talk through about the layout's like.
So I forgive me for not knowing any of the terminology or anything like that, and I don't really know the turn numbers. So you go through what I would consider the first like little set of S's, and instead of going down the back, read a book straight, you actually got to take a right. You jet off upright up a hill after the bridge, like the crossover bridge, and then they go in for a little, what is it, a left, right, and then you go down over a hill, and that's where you meet back up with the regular track. It completely cuts out both the straights. So it's just like a little up and over.
Yeah, I saw the track stuff. It's an interesting layout. So the only, pretty much from my real world's experience with VIR, almost entirely they run only what they call the full course, which is like your IMSA layout, the traditional VIR that we all kind of know. Only occasionally do they run what they call the grand course, which is all the way through Oak Tree the same. On the back straightaway, then they go to this whole lap of the inner loop, which I want to say Motor Trend or Road Track that was their benchmark racetrack that they would always use to compare all their supercars with. And only occasionally is that configuration run, like literally only a handful of days of the year. And then the north layout is kind of this weird pseudo combination of the two of those that just uses the Sector 1 and Sector 3 of the IMSA course and then cuts across using that infield section. So it's definitely a weird layout that I don't know if they ever realistically run, as far as I'm aware of, races on. So it's cool. I love that iRacing does stuff that's not necessarily done in real life. I'm not knocking it for that. I love that they try things that you'd never see otherwise. So it's cool.
I do appreciate that, like in like the rookie series, that they keep it on those shorter courses as compared to the long straights, because I did get bump drafted by somebody that didn't know that after you make contact with somebody else's rear bumper, you're supposed to lift, just ever so slightly, and they sentenced me off to the grass. Yeah, no, it's lacking sometimes.
What's up, Nelson? I see you're going to be at VIR this weekend with Trans Am. I have, I think, 2 clients that I've worked with ahead of, I think, mostly last week to get ready for that one. So I won't name names, but we've got someone in a GT4 car and then someone in a GT3 car that we've done some work with there. So one of my favorite. Overshot it while I was talking. But I love VIR.
Nitro, is that the energy drink company, or is that? I'm sorry, I was thinking of Nas. Never mind.
I do think this is a little later time of day than we're going to actually see during the race from what I saw, but track conditions will be the same.
Be fun doing a spa night race.
Yeah, I want to do the 24 here at some point. Well, what I will say we're gearing up towards, it's already on our calendar. We are going to do the Daytona 24 on iRacing this year. We're going to put a team together of members and some other people here. We're just going to run one team because we need to utilize both sims for a one-car program for that. I think we're going to run GT3. If you're a member here, the only requirement for that is that you need to have your own iRacing account, and you need to be eligible as an entrant for that. We're not going to let people run on accounts that aren't theirs or game the system to do that. So if you're a member, you want to participate, please let us know. You need to be C rank in sports car in order to do so. And it's going to be a party. It's going to be my favorite Daytona 24 ever. Mostly because we're not going to actually be in Daytona. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it may sound really spoiled to say, oh, I don't like doing the Daytona 24 as an engineer. I'm just telling you, it's a very miserable 5-day experience. It's cool in hindsight to tell stories, and I love the memory and love having done it, but I'm just telling you, it's a very physically grueling week of your life. Now it's actually 2 weeks because the Roar and the 24 are this back-to-back weekends, and I had never done one in that layout before, so.
Yeah, the Roar and the 24 being the same, or being back-to-back that's just brutal. I don't know how the engineers are supposed to actually function at that point. I feel bad for them. I feel like... I don't know.
Yeah, it's very tough on the teams to do that in back-to-back weeks. And for the longest time, the Roar was always the first weekend in January, and then the 24 was, 2-3 weeks later or whatever, so it let the teams have enough time to go back to their shops, rebuild their cars, gather everything, make whatever changes they need. Now, it's really compressed to the point that you really gotta have everything you need at the Roar, and then if anything goes wrong, you are really pressed on time to get stuff sorted out. I mean, 2 to 3 weeks between the Roar and the actual 24 is a relatively short period of time to get ready, especially for the first race of the IMSA calendar. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure they have reasons for why the series decided to do that, but it doesn't make it easier on the teams themselves. So, but, it is what it is. Everyone's got to deal with it the same way.
Ain't that the truth? There's no special treatment.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a little late on the... Oh, actually,
Hello. That was actually right on time.
Yeah, I thought it was late there, but I just found 0.6 of a second. If I shut up and drive, maybe I'll get this right. I always find that with turn 1, you're better off really optimizing the exit and give away the entry a little bit. And a properly set up GT3, we should be flat here. All of the curbing here, use the compression up the hill to the right, unwind over the top, minimize scrub. And then braking shortly after the start of the curve here. Down to second. I prefer second here. The throttle change to get it to come back. Braking at the start of the curving here, trailing braking heavy, down to second, roll it down. Progressive throttle, up to third, gentle braking, get down to the red sausage curve, back it out. Down to Pouhon. Long progressive trail braking, don't over slow, pick up the throttle, open hands, don't scrub speed with the wheel. Braking right after the bridge here. Long trail, late apex. Wrap it to the right, throttle change to get it back to the left. It picks it up too soon that time. Up to fourth, and then ideally down to third. Stay off the inside curbing. Crack out all the way. Don't creep in here. Try to hold it flat if we can. Ooh, just barely. That's not going to work on old tires. Shortest distance here. Now with the new layout, we can go 2 tires over the white line to the right to open this up. Oh, I went a little too far. Misjudged that a little bit. I won't get that in the race. And then really late braking here. McLaren's also on the brakes. All right, maybe a little late that time. Nope, still good. Not trying to slip the car at all. That should be a 220 with 1 off track. The late error there. It's gonna be cold at VIR this weekend. In October up there, it's gonna be actually probably really good racing weather. I hope that timing was a little bit off. That's okay. Oh, Nelson's in this session. That's him behind me. I'm sorry, I just noticed that, Nelson. I know you've been thinking about that this whole time. But that's Nelson behind me in the McLaren. Cool.
I feel like we have people everywhere this weekend racing.
Yeah.
Or rallying, we have North Carolina, VIR. Wasn't there someone at Road America too? Or is that next weekend?
No, Road America's this week. Angela's there at Road America this week.
Oh, that's where Angela is. Yeah. That's right. What's Angela doing there?
I'm sure engineering with the team. I don't know specifically what type of car or what team. But he's probably got shocks in 3/4 of the cars that are out there this week.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, good business for him.
Probably some good business, yeah.
Shane's doing the California 300 with his trophy truck program this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got people everywhere. The week for racing.
And then next week is Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta with IMSA. Go a bunch of people there. And then the week after that, I'm going to be at CMP with a client coaching with Porsche Club. Still too far. All right, I need to not go that far on the entry there. I'll wait for you here in a second, Nelson. Well,
if you can keep up.
let's see how these cars. What I want to do is I want to see what it feels like in Eau Rouge to follow. So setup-wise, I'm running the medium downforce stock iRacing setup so far tonight. I don't know that I really want to make any changes to it. Oh, there he is. All right, I do want to follow here for a little bit. I want to see what this thing's like in the draft. Okay, this is what we need a Discord channel for.
I mean, we can have it set up for next week. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, easy enough.
Man, if you guys are going against each other in this race, it's gonna be good close racing. Oh, too much off track, both of you guys.
I know, I did it again. Yeah.
To the penalty box.
Ooh, Ooh, that's close.
He felt it.
I always get a little overzealous in that final chicane and throw some time away.
This is where I got bumped by somebody, and then they sent me to the right there, to the pits. And that was the race.
All right, are we inside? All right. We can move to our race
Yes,
lobby.
we can move to the race session.
Okay.
Oh, learning something from Mr. Nelson there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you. Oh,
Oh.
right on the limits.
I'm gonna box this lap and we'll move to the race lobby.
Sounds good.
Working with Nitro. Is that I think that I assume you're referring to the. I think it's a Trans Am team, right? I want to say Jared was with them earlier in the year. It's a little Jared here before. XL player.
There's time for sectors or total lap?
That's just lap. That's what I always prefer. I know you can do best sector, but sometimes it's my opinion is that it starts piecemealing together sectors that are not possible to do all at once. You're talking about the Delta references?
Exactly.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go to the race lobby. One thing I noticed that I figured out twice out here, if you're watching, do not go full throttle on the limiter. You will burn a whole liter of fuel driving to your sit all. Use a minimum throttle. iRacing only uses your throttle position as a calculate fuel consumption in real life. The car would actually cut ignition and fuel, and it wouldn't matter what your throttle position is. But in iRacing, they only look at that. So, worth mentioning. I'm sure the aliens know that, but I'm not one. So here we are.
I was about to say, that's a pro tip right there. That's a nugget that you get by coming to the Chicane Club and watching this stream.
Yeah. All right, let's actually go to the race lobby, Greg. All right, I'm clicking on race lobby. Everyone see this? Yeah.
We have two-factor verification on this. TPI, two-person integrity. Hit the left button.
Okay, we're in. I clicked the right button this time.
I will now sign the logbook that says that I was the witness and you were the executor, and
Okay.
we'll send it. While we're waiting for that to load.
Yeah.
How's your week going?
Good. No, it's been really good here. Starting to cool off here in Florida. Business has been good. Man, I can't wait to tell everyone publicly what we have kind of in the works coming, but there's some very cool stuff. I know I keep saying that, but I can't really say much more. But
I love the hype. I love the anticipation there. It's building.
More bigger stuff, and it is very realistically happening. There are meetings and plans and big things coming, and we'll take the lid off that when it is appropriate to do so. But yeah,
looking forward to it.
I'm also the party pooper that is not allowing all the things to be said, and Greg likes to.
I like to share stuff. I get excited
Share
and I
the
want to tell
stuff.
people the things, but fortunately, it's
Yeah.
not that simple.
Can be sweet though when we can.
Yes, very.
You can talk about a cool thing that we got from Sabo.
We can do that. think I want to save that for Halloween, though. Want to save that for Halloween in a couple of weeks, or should it come out sooner?
Oh, I mean, we got cool suits.
We have there are our official Chicane Club racing suits. You guys want to bring one in here right now? I'll wear it next
I
week.
got it.
Garrett, please give yes.
Mine's sitting on the sofa out front.
We will have to do some sort of obligatory race with full gear. I
Full
vote
gear.
yes on it. Yeah, helmet, everything.
I guess we can. It's not ideal, and it's obviously overkill. But if it's overkill and we're not doing it, then why are we?
What is
Why-
this all
why-
been about?
what is this all been
for?
about?
To Garrett with our brand new,
Brand new
very
Chicane
cool.
Club Sawbelt racing suits.
That is
Branding,
beautiful.
Yeah,
Wait,
FIA rated suits.
yeah.
These are going to be sold for members only. If you want one, all of our cool branding. The chicane here. I'm pointing in the direction of this thing. The chicane here is actually we copied literally one of the chicanes from Mulsanne, I believe the first one, and we transcribed it and then kind of took the inspiration for the shape of it. So that's literally one of the Mulsanne chicanes on there, front and then flip it around, show on the back. Yeah, and then we have it on the back also.
Sorry, Greg, I'm directionally challenged.
You're right. Well, you're trying to look at the camera view, and it's not a mirror. And then TJ, if you show your shirt, we have the same stripe on the shirts that you're wearing now.
Up close and personal. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're a Chicane Club member and want a suit, we are glad to connect you and offer discounted pricing on them with, of course, your name and any custom logo design that you want on there. But it'll make an appearance on the stream. I didn't want to jump into doing it tonight, but maybe we'll do it. I know you guys are going to all want me to wear the helmet. I do not want to wear a helmet for.
You're gonna wear the helmet.
Well, yeah, it's
If I'm
not
gonna
really
go
about
through wearing
it's not really
everything
about
else-
you, Greg.
No, obviously it's not. If I'm going to wear all the rest of it, I might as well wear the helmet. Yeah. So.
All the way down to the fireproof undies.
Sure.
We're gonna
Like
turn your
Garrett.
AC off too.
Yeah, we're gonna actually turn your
Put a
AC
heater
off in
on
there.
me. Yeah. Throw gravel in my face when I go off the track.
We'll like smear stuff on your eyes so you can't see as well. And then Garrett will come in and he'll just like peel and peel and peel.
Just peel the strips off your helmet.
We'll put
Yeah.
tear-offs on the TV screens. So Garrett, let me do a good bit of running here, and we'll get a fuel consumption number, and then I got to do a qualifying setup for us.
Well, actually, we have our fuel calculator, so we just need the average lap time now.
Okay. I would say the lap time is
Actually, we need consumption, but we also need lap time. Actually, I'm all kinds of backwards right now. So we do need our consumption. Let me choose our lap time as well. I'm looking at we are looking at like 19 to 20 laps per race.
Okay, is that based on the previous sessions?
Yeah.
Okay. Target lap time, I would use 2 minutes 21 seconds. I think that should be good. That should give you the same number of laps that you saw in the previous sessions. And I'll give you a fuel consumption number here in a couple laps. And interestingly, what I saw earlier today is that our tire temp spread left to right is actually almost perfectly symmetrical. I still think we should take the left side tires, but what I will say, doing all the practice sessions the last couple days here for this, the number of German servers that keep popping up like every race is like insane. And it's German server, it doesn't specifically mean German drivers, it just means anyone who's local to a German server. The number of the amount of participation at this place is crazy for iRacing. Oh, that's on the inside there. Okay, that's awful timing. Yeah, like depending on the track, sometimes we'll see only 1, 2, 3 splits maybe. But I think Le Mans and Spa have like, we're going to see a lot of splits tonight because participation is going to be really high because it's a track everyone really wants to drive. The side of that McLaren said symmetric on it. Did anyone else see that?
What was it?
The side of that blue McLaren I just passed said symmetric on it. Which, for anyone watching...
Symmetric, like, with the font and everything? Or
No,
I missed it?
just, the word said symmetric. I thought... You rewind, Garrett, or you look at that car, you tell me what it says.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. What car was it?
It's the blue McLaren that's, like, I don't know, a couple seconds behind me right now.
Okay, I rewound a little bit, please.
Pedro something?
Symmetric, huh? Spelled the same way?
It was hard to see. I think so.
Interesting.
I thought I saw S-I-M. Do you see it, Garrett?
Hang in there. Load up shaded paints.
Okay.
I mean, it's not impossible.
I don't own that word, but... For anyone watching, the previous iteration of the Chicane Club was called Symmetric Labs. Spelled S-I-M-M-E-T-R-I-C.
I missed it. I don't know what it is.
Or you could suffer from a severe case of dyslexia and call it like Simtech, I believe is what I thought I had originally read. Whenever I met you guys that first time, I was like, Simtech Labs.
You're not the only person that thought that's what our company name was, so don't worry. I go to my first ever IMSA race, and the guy who's in charge of like the loading in process for IMSA at Daytona called us Cement Labs, like as in cement truck. And I'm like, really? You can't look at those letters and try to not call me a cement truck? Really?
He knew you were there to set a solid foundation.
There it is.
I'm here all day, folks, and I apologize for anybody that saw my failed flex modeling of the t-shirt. Dad bod coming in strong. So we tried to load up the other car on the spectator PC back here, and needless to say, the motion blur / graphics card limitations that we're facing back in the command center is potentially limiting our ability to see granular details.
No problem. It is not important.
Also, my brother and his pals are live streaming us at Mystic Roots Kava Bar in downtown Lake Worth.
Oh, very cool. Hi guys.
The bar is watching us. So hi, Lake
Hello.
Worth.
Hi guys.
Hi, Lake Worth.
Hi,
Lake Worth weird.
Keep Lake Worth weird. Yeah. And hi, Joey.
Hi Joey. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in.
We have to get it back in here
Yeah.
soon.
I have to say, this McLaren is my favorite GT3 car on iRacing now. I know that's really sacrilegious to say as a Ferrari fan, and having spent so much time with the Mercedes in real life, but this thing just... The setup is not... You don't really need to play with setup very much. It feels really fast, it's really intuitive, and it's got the best operating window for me to work with so far. I mean, I can always get better at what I'm doing and spend more time in the car, but I think it best matches my driving style, which is a subjective thing. It was only a 220? Come on, Greg.
Hey, Greg, what was your last lap's fuel consumption?
Consumption 4.28.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep. .28 liters.
So we're taking 42 liters of fuel on our pit stop. From what I can tell, after doing 2-minute 20-second laps, 45-minute race with 12.28 liters per lap, we are basically taking a whole new tank of gas.
I know at Spa we do not do a full pace lap. Basically you grid around where turn 16 is labeled on race laps right now. So we don't need a full pace lap worth of fuel. And that's based on what number of laps for the race?
Alright, so if I set it to be... we can remove the safety margin, and we're taking 37.88 liters, so we're taking 38 liters.
Wow. I mean, there's a lot
Still
of full
a lot of
throttle
fuel.
here. What was with the margin in there?
With the margin, it was like 43 liters.
Okay, that puts us that we have to take fuel when we're under 10 in the car. Well, 9.
Well, right now, as soon as we are under 14 liters, or 14.12 liters, then we need to take fuel.
We have to add how much? 42?
That was if we had the safety margin, which was, so this is accounting for 20 laps, which is the maximum laps I saw. If we remove the safety margin, considering that's gonna add in the actually it's case up, I should put that back in just in case. Move on.
If you do a full pace lap and then we delete the safety margin, which would be the rational.
Yes, I moved the pace length. I moved the pace lap length, and then added in the safety margin again. And so we're taking, yeah, it's still the same thing. We're waiting until we're at 14 liters of fuel left, and then we need to take 37.88 liters, so 38 liters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. So call it 38 liters.
Yeah, 38 liters. There's no way we're doing more than 20 laps.
All right, we got 8 minutes. Last lap consumption was 4.29, so not really any different. And generally speaking, we burn less fuel during the race, and our lap times are a little slower because of traffic.
Do we want to make any changes to our setup for quality? Besides just blowing fuel out of it?
Aside from pulling fuel out of it, no. I think I'm the biggest thing holding the car back right now. I just need seat time. I know Angelo would want to play with things. I'll put it lightly, and that's his job. But as a driver, I just need to keep doing this thing. So I'm gonna box this lap, and we'll do a quali sim.
Sounds good. I'm sure Angelo was sitting there. It's like twitching, convulsing, like at the mention of no setup changes. For
No
quality.
setup changes.
All the way over in Wisconsin, just sitting there, just all over the place.
No, it's not from like being afraid to make a change. It's just that this thing, what we've kind of found with it so far is that the baseline's really good. I like it mechanically. I like the transitions, the weight transfer. I like where it is with aero and speed. It puts power down pretty well. I mean, I just think overall it's a very solid, the baseline setups are really solid. I'd be curious to see what an alien setup looks like, but I think it just does a lot of things really nicely.
You always take the best. Whoa, hey, yo. Watch out. You always take that best last sector right before the pits, man. You got to replicate that.
I know.
Hey, Todd, thanks for jumping in and telling us, thanks for telling us good luck.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, Michael's watching, my brother. Thanks, Mike. Hope the little one's watching tonight. You tell him it's Uncle Greg. All right, so we're just going to make a quality setup here. Oh. Did they change that? Did they make BOP changes, Garrett?
I have no clue.
Didn't you say that they made a BOP?
Oh, just don't change any. Oh, I was gonna say don't change anything. Maybe we can get away with it.
Well, the reason I say is because now it's showing I can hold 55 liters of fuel.
Oh, that's bad. That's the tow.
So set the total car capacity at 110.
Oh crap.
That will change things. That's new. I just noticed that.
So what I'm hearing is they buffed the McLaren.
Further, yes.
Yeah, like it needed another buff.
Great, thanks. Appreciate it. I'll take it.
All right, well we're taking 4 liters less now.
Great, even better. All right, and that opens up our fuel window a good bit also. All right, so we're going to take what was I just again run me through the numbers. We're going to take how much fuel at the stop?
At this stop, we were taking 34.88 liters, so 35 liters.
35.
And yeah, and we can refuel as soon as you have less than 20 liters left.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay. All right, so I'm on qualifying fuel now. Do a quali sim. I think well, I'll get most of a first one in before we jump into the race. And watch this pit out here. It's very easy to get too fast and loop it on the way out.
Can't be too fast and too furious.
Too fast, too furious.
Nelson, I'm sorry, but I would never say this normally, but we can't. I need non-freedom units over here. He forces me to use the inferior unit system.
Oh, you mean one that makes sense with a base 10?
My freedom.
But freedom. I still like miles an hour. And PSI.
Even the McLaren's using freaking gallons, man. Like, how much? Almost put in 1.2 for the lap fuel consumption. Greg, get closer to that car. We need to see what the name of the spoiler is.
It's boost something. I'll get closer. The GTP doesn't chop off my entry.
Yeah, that was so Nelson. That's what we were looking at as well. We're looking at 38 liters, but apparently now the McLaren can hold 110 liters instead of 104. So we actually are taking a few liters less. So our pit window opens up earlier, and we can hold more fuel as well. So it's just oh Jesus.
Boost. What does that say? Boost at OM Sports.
Yeah,
Boost.
I think I got him. Boosted M Sport.
That's it. Yeah, I can read.
Mike wants to know how the McLaren compares to the others in class. How
Say
you
that
feeling
again?
about the McLaren? Mike wants to know how you feel the McLaren's compares to others in the class.
I think it's awesome. I of all the ones I've driven, I like the McLaren the most so far, which pains me to say as a Ford Ferrari
Wow.
fan and having engineered the Mercedes so much in real life. But I gotta say the McLaren's pretty killer.
Shame on you for enjoying a British product.
It's good. The engine sounds good. It looks good, and most importantly, I think it's what I will say. I'm not going to say it's the objectively correct answer of best car. Subjectively, as in what works for me the best, I think it's the best car. So do your fancy, but I like the McLaren.
T-minus till 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute out.
Things definitely fast on quali trim.
The way that you answer that question kind of was giving like old Top Gear vibes.
What? Because it's the British car is the right answer?
It kind of sounded like how they would be explaining how much they love a non-British car, like an
It's not
American
British,
car, for
but I love it.
example.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was giving a little Top Gear, a little bit.
Aw, R.I.P. Well,
I
not
know,
R.I.P.,
that was it.
but,
No,
you know,
no. Yeah, false news. Yeah,
No one died.
not R.I.P.
shows
No one
just-
died. We did watch
Alright.
the last episode, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was
It
great.
was really
It
cool.
was very sweet.
It was very
I
genuine.
still
Yeah.
haven't. I can't bring myself to watch it. I can't accept that Grand Tour is over.
Yeah, it's okay. You should watch it. It's nothing to be afraid of. That is
I
fun.
can't accept the closure. I can't.
I will say that I haven't driven all of the GT3s on iRacing, and the Vet is one I have not driven.
Or the Mustang. Have you driven the Lambo? 'Cause I don't think you've
Not in a
driven the
while.
Lambo, have you?
Not in a while, no.
Okay, so you gotta drive the Vet, the Lambo, the
Or
Mustang.
the Mustang is a total pile of junk.
Yeah, don't even drive the Mustang. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, I haven't driven the Audi, and I haven't driven any of the legacy stuff. I never drove the MP4. I never drove the Ford, the old Ford, the GT. I drove the 40
I know the Ford makes
a
some
lot.
cool noises.
Yeah, the old GT. Yeah, I mean, that's a proper engine in that. Do this. All right, let's see what split we end up in. I like being in top split, but I don't like banked in the top.
Let's see.
Yeah. There's also a 3% chance of rain. So there's a 3% chance that everything's going to get thrown out the window right now.
So what I'm hearing is it's gonna rain. We're gonna pull a Fuji, and it's just gonna rain.
It rained when it said it's 4% before, so
Exactly.
I'm afraid because this is in Belgium where it rains 300 days a year.
Exactly. So this will be interesting.
Yeah. The first thing I'm going to check is the radar. Like
Yeah,
first part.
I'm scared it's gonna be like that one time at Fuji last season where it's like, all
Well,
right,
there's
it's raining, but like,
more clear.
how hard is it raining? And we didn't know how hard it was gonna rain at all. And Angelo and I were having panic attacks back here. It's like, oh my god, do we put them on wets? Do we adjust the fuel calcs? What do we do? And it just drizzled so little we didn't even have to worry about it. It was all just cosmetic.
All right, we're more than halfway down down pit lane, so that's good. It looks a little overcast, but there's only a one small blip of a 1% chance that's after the race window, so we don't need to worry about that. Unless, 0% somehow means that it is going to rain also. But, continue to surprise me, iRacing. I know Dr. Mike likes the Corvette.
Yeah,
Yeah. He has expressed that a few times.
Only a few times, yeah.
Yeah, only a few times. Sorry, TJ. Go ahead.
Just gonna say the Moore household does appreciate a good V8 Corvette.
Yeah, right?
Remind me to get him his complimentary denim jeans and New Balances.
All right, now we're going to qualify here in a sec.
Especially made Sebelt denim jeans and that are fireproof. I should do that for all the Corvette drivers out there. Just make some fireproof denim shorts and the the nice New Balance racing shoes.
You know those like cheap costumes that you can get like for like Halloween, and it just says like construction worker, Corvette. Would you? That'd be really funny. Who's that driver that always wears like the off the wall costumes and
Jordan
stuff?
Taylor.
Yes, where's he been?
AKA Rodney Sandstorm, who
I
is
love Rodney
literally
Sandstorm.
one of the Corvette factory drivers.
That's why it popped in my head, right?
Yes,
yeah, I knew that.
It's Ricky Taylor, or excuse me, Jordan Taylor, the brother, and his alter ego is Rodney Sandstorm. He's a Jeff Gordon fan. major Jeff Gordon fan, which is ironic because Jordan has literally shared a car with Jeff Gordon before. And that's kind of the joke.
Kind of a flex. It is a flex.
Yeah. But he
Yeah.
was joking about the Jeff Gordon thing before he knew him, and then he got to know him and be friends with him personally, which is kind of the funny part with that. We really need to make this first one count because of the lap times here. We're going to be really close to hitting it under that 8-minute mark. So I'm trying to send it on this out lap as much as I can. We can't take our time. Car feels good though. Garrett, can you drop it into the iRacing chat, the links to our YouTube and Twitch, because I don't have it mapped on this keyboard.
Oh, right. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yep. I gotta get ready for this here anyway. Alright. Quiet on the mic, please. Let's do this. Green, green, green. A little conservative on this one, but that's okay. I don't know if we're in top split, but we'll find out afterwards. That's all of it. Go off track here. There we go. I'll take that. Let's see if we can improve on it. Not in turn one. Getting a little bit back at a time. That's faster for sure. Come on. There we go. Car is awesome.
Keep it together, doing good.
No. No. Damn you, tire temperature model. I got loose in 14, and then I won't go into it again, but iRacing's tire model
Kind of cooked them a bit.
cook them a little bit in one, and then they do not work in the next, and that's not how that works. There's a lot more give and take on tires in real life than that.
Well, you had a pretty
Yeah.
solid showing off the beginning, man. You had a 219.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
It's doing good.
Still
Doing
holding
good.
seventh, which is great.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I think I would have only gotten maybe 2/10, which may have been only a single position, because
Yeah,
one
not
position
even.
would have been 2/10, and then the next one was a whole half a second, so it may have gotten me one single position. So, you know, I still want to always get it right, but I was pushing. All right, let's do this race. I'll upload this setup to racingsetups.com, but this is literally the stock medium downforce setup. All right, left side tires. I'll let you confirm your fuel number. I forget what you said, Garrett. 38 or whatever it was.
Stand by, but 38 and lefts, that's what you need?
Left sides, please.
All right.
Need a lot of McLarens on the grid. It's nice to finally be in the meta car. Like, it's finally four of them directly in front of me. 4 of the 6 cars in front of me are McLarens, and the one behind me also is.
And in front of us, we have SM Racing Products.
Yeah.
All right.
TikTok,
We'll
Facebook, Instagram.
go check
And
them
I
out.
see an OnlyFans sticker on the bumper.
All right.
Yeah.
Easy,
Only
boys,
cars.
Easy.
Only cars.
Yeah, it is kind of nice being in the meta car. We were a season late on the Ferrari,
Also,
so like we kind of missed. We didn't reap any of the benefits of it, sadly.
all right, Garrett, we did grid on the front straightaway, so we're going to do a full pace lap. So we might need to add another
Right.
lap of fuel.
Okay.
to
So
our
my calculations for 38 was correct. Then we add that back in.
Okay.
We're not going to go past 20 laps. Like even like the top like splits, like the 4,000 rating splits, were only going 20 laps.
Yeah, that's realistically, I'd love to think I'm going to do that, but it's not going to happen. So we can work on 19 laps race distance. I think that's pretty safe.
All right. So I'm just going to take that safety margin lap out and just go for 20 lap. That way we carry 35 liters fuel.
So we're going to run 21 total laps. Well, I want 21 laps worth of fuel, is basically.
Yeah. So I have total different laps to finish is 21. Don't worry.
Okay. That's it.
Yep.
All right. When are we open on fuel then?
As soon as we are beneath 20.12 liters, we are available to take fuel.
Okay, so under 20 still. You have the fuel and tire set?
Yep, send that right now.
Okay. Field's pulling away any second now. We've got 38 cars on track, 12 GTPs, 13 LMP2s, and 13 GT. Qualified P7 out of 13, so right in the middle of the pack. Now that we know that throttle percentage thing for fuel calc, I'm going to try to keep the throttle position low, just save fuel.
Hold on, Nelson. there are dudes running 217s. Excuse
Yeah.
me? That is disgusting.
He must be in the next split down, perhaps. I don't think we're in top split. I think I see 3,000, so I assume that's second split. Unless the entries are crazy tonight and there's more splits than that. Oh, Mustang's net coding.
In the Porsche Cup, it was a super strong Spa, even on that first night. I mean, everybody knows Spa, and they just jumped right in, so you might get more participation.
Yeah. Heart rate tonight. I feel like we're gonna have a good race. I'm visualizing and like I'm trying to manifest a good race. So
I love that for you. Manifest away.
that's good. That's great until it doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, I feel like some of the stuff, the trouble that you got into on track, hasn't completely been your fault.
No, Indy was. In hindsight,
Yeah.
I could have done something differently, but
No,
That one was
you
rough.
say you could, but realistically, there's really nothing you could do.
yeah.
Like, genuinely, like, you didn't know that he was gonna go to the outside. Like, he was gonna like spin out to the outside. And it was like there was not really much you could have like figured. It would have been even riskier going to the inside. You probably would have kind of like lost a little bit and possibly bumped the wall and then ended the race either way. Then
Yeah.
there was very little we could have done, and in that time period frame we had to figure out what to do, there was really like you made the right choice.
Well, I've been really working hard on like when I see stuff happen in front to like you have to just pick a direction to go and commit to it, because otherwise you'll just target fixate and drive right into the problem, which I think is kind of very common on iRacing from what I see. So you commit to it going to one direction. You have to judge very early and just go. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out that time.
It sounds like you've been watching my streams.
Maybe.
I stare right at it, and boy, I tell you what, just find it every time.
All right, I'm going to try starting to build some heat. The temps have gone down since we left the grid. They went down 10 degrees.
Oh joy! Watch out for everything around you.
Yeah, the chicane in turn 1 is going to be pretty silly, and Eau Rouge will not be flat cold. So I hope.
Honestly, I'm gonna say just fall back a little bit, do Eau Rouge, because everyone in front of you is gonna try to kill themselves.
Oh no! Please don't do the accordion. Don't do that, leader. That is not cool. That's how people in the back get rear-ended. Yeah. He's just going now. That's so dirty, dude. That is not okay. He just went long before the green. He should get a penalty for that. I am in heavy disagreement with that. Heavy disagree.
Oh boy. That's alright, keep it cool, keep your head down.
Driver.
Focus.
Door is closed. No one behind. Bit of safety lift there.
That's a good call. You went through that really well.
Yeah. Starting to feel the tires come up pretty rapidly here. One of the things I always find myself doing in these races, just with the pressure of a race, is that I drive a little shallow on entries and give up a lot of time and overwork the tires. I'm really going to try to get myself to not do that tonight. Still going to happen. It's just going to, if I can reduce the degree that I do it, that would be great.
Gained a 1 second gap on the guy behind. Good job.
Copy. Times are now getting there nicely.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that yours was set up for the leader as compared to relative. Half second for guy behind you.
Nope, all good. The one thing the Mustang does is boogie in a straight line.
Doesn't do much else.
That was the Mercedes too.
At least the Mercedes shifted right though.
Yeah.
So do we like being on with a bunch of other McLarens, or do we not like this? Like, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
If anything, we're all driving the meta car. We're all driving the car that's like really hot and really fast right now. The reason, I mean, yeah, we did the same thing with Ferrari, but the Ferrari was out of season, I guess. Like, they added a new car in, and usually kind of tends to be really, really quick. Everyone drives it, everyone loves it, and then it kind of gets BOP a little bit higher. What are your thoughts, Greg?
Wow, that's a lunge,
Oh
Mr.
my
Corvette.
lord.
Let's talk
Wait,
about
you
that
can-
afterward.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
focus.
focus up now.
I'm gonna say I don't have much bandwidth to talk about much else right now. Nice thing with the big track is that the prototypes have a long time to get around, so we won't see them as much as we normally do on shorter tracks.
Yeah, you'll have a CMP moment where they're on top of us every 2 laps.
Yeah.
Love it and I hate it. Like, it's crazy.
Mustang's blowing the braking in turn 1 every time.
Yeah, our Corvette friend behind us is beating real hard in the brakes. It's not gonna be sustainable. It's gonna hold him off a little bit longer, and he'll cook off his tires and won't be able to catch us again.
Yep, that is exactly what's going to happen. Right now is where the tires are starting to come off of their nice peak. And this is where I've been working really hard at not overdriving as the grip goes away on them. You have to try to like just start backing off with the tires, not try to chase the fact that the grip's going away on them. Oh, Mustang spun.
Mustang doing Mustang things.
Looking for pedestrians to run over. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, we'll just like, whoa.
It's kind of
No,
common.
it's sensible.
It's kind of just,
It's just what Mustangs do.
yeah.
I hate to say it, they even do it in the IMSA series, the actual IMSA series. They look for pedestrians.
Still a long way to go before GTPs catch us.
Yeah, like 2.5 laps or so.
Yeah.
Not
They're
much
running.
stuff in the guy behind. Let's just keep a good pace. We're doing great so far.
Yep. What the McLaren does here, I could never get the Mercedes or the Ferrari to do. Crazy how good that is. I could never
You're able to
commit
hold,
power, really. You
as
just
we say,
commit
hold
to
flat that
power.
whole thing.
Yeah, I can commit to power so much earlier than I ever could in the other cars.
Nelson, you're throwing your macros into the Twitch chat, man.
Wow, that Corvette's getting hyper aggressive on the brakes.
Yeah, he should not be trying to push that hard. He's way too aggressive. I mean, like, we're, what, 5 laps into a 20-lap race, and he's already cooking off his car.
Both laps.
Don't be giving
there's
away
been
free
hundreds.
coaching tips, Garrett. He could be watching and we're teaching him for free. I'm kidding. No, I mean, totally. He's been way aggressive on that stuff. If he wants to be like that, I'm just going to be heads up about it. He's just taking big lunges.
Yeah, it almost. I mean, so he's been 100th of a second faster on the last 2 laps than your lap time.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the race for one position and just kind of like let him.
No, I
fizzle off.
agree, but he's not close enough that I'm going to give it to him here yet.
And he just slow us down as well if we're behind him, and then we'll just have
Yeah.
other people catching up to us. So it just makes sense to just defend and play it safe, and if he pushes it too hard, then we let him by, and then we just get his
Yeah.
pass back.
If he makes a fair race move, I mean, a fair race move is a fair race move, but that's... I'm not going to hand it to him just because he's there. Gonna be heads up for it this time from him. He is close. I mean, alright, let's see what happens. Still gonna defend, but... Ah.
Angelo just texted us in the group chat saying, join the race lobby now.
Thanks, Angelo.
It's the thought that counts.
Miss you, bud. Have some cheese
Alright, we
curds
got
for me.
GTP traffic about a second out.
Copy. Second out, I don't see blue flags yet. There it is. Alright. As always, let me know how many are coming every time.
Copy that. We got a prototype about 1 second out.
Okay.
On your right side. One more. Right side.
Okay.
One
Yep.
more. Right side. It's clear.
Bought us some space with the
2 seconds.
Corvette.
One.
Okay.
He's about to be on top of you.
Yep.
Left side.
Okay.
Clear. 2 more. 1 second out. Left side. And they give it gives a good gap between us and that Corvette as well.
Yeah, I see that. Awesome.
One more. 1 second out. Left side.
Okay.
Clear.
Gotta be a good bit of them already. Yeah.
Alright, there's 2 more GDPs to pass us. We're a couple seconds out.
Oh boy. Copy. I think this is a broken GT3 in front of me. For position.
Indeed, for position.
Thank you, sir.
Right on.
Awesome. I don't know what happened with the other guy before that. That happened really fast.
They might have caught each other at the wrong time. I bet
Yeah.
the GT3 and the prototype. Yep, got together.
I'll have to review that.
Yeah.
You got 1 GTP, second out.
Okay.
Right side.
Yep.
Clear. Got a GTP, 1 second back.
Yep.
Going
See
left
it.
side.
Yep.
Clear. Alright, and obviously we're about P2 traffic coming in a lap or so here.
Okay.
Alright, let's just focus forwards.
In theory, we could stop as early as this lap, which, you know, considering the LMP2 fields, I think might be a good choice.
It
P2's
might
cost
actually be
us-
the right choice.
I think that would be a wise decision.
Yeah,
If I
the next P2 is about 14 seconds out. So if we can finish this lap and then go into pits.
Broadcast that you're pitting in, so that whenever this dude doesn't go for a lunge thinking that you're going for position when you're exiting the pits.
I don't have the button maps for that.
In that case, we said it out loud. You hear it here first, people.
Yeah.
He's looking to oh, there we go, I covered.
he's smart. He knows that we're all going to pit here soon. So he shouldn't do anything too risky before a pit stop, if I was him. Again, here I am giving away free coaching advice.
I mean, you got to give some away.
I guess, right?
Little tidbits, yeah.
All right. Box this lap. Left side tires, fuel. We are
Happy
under
now.
20 liters. We're going to get most of the protos P2s through. It'll be very nice. Probably almost all of the P2s.
Box, box, box.
Fit in. They moved our pit stall further down.
All those P2s are passing us. Wonderful.
Perfect.
No more traffic. Love to see it.
Yep. All right. They're all going to go by. Perfect.
Go, go, go. Yeah, we got one P2 better pass us in the. Oh, yeah, here he goes. Okay, we're actually going to exit it. No rouge. So we're clear. He'll be biased by then.
Perfect. That's
Wonderful.
awesome. And
That
we're
is
clear,
the
clear
ideal
air.
pit stop, honestly.
And no one else took it.
Wow.
All right. We got a half race distance to go here.
Good job.
That was good. That was a good call. Crazy how much faster the tires come up when you've got hot brakes on the car. The rate that they come up is crazy. It'll be interesting to see what this Corvette does. He's truly faster than me now. It's his time to show that. For reference, we were in P5 when I stopped. Still suffering from a little bit of cold tires, but this lap they should be killer now.
Heads up, you do have a P2 behind you, 1 second out.
Copy.
He is on cold tires.
Copy.
Left side. You're clear.
Copy. I see a blue and yellow McLaren in front of us.
You know, you've mentioned two things twice now as if you're sitting back here with us, right? Just go same color schema, and whenever you said that we were in P5 before, I was over here like, what position were we? We were P5, P6.
Hard to turn off the strategy brains.
You got a P2, 1 second out.
Okay.
Left side.
Yep.
Clear.
Perfect timing for a big old draft. Worth half a tenth right there. Feel like we're running.
P2, second out.
Copy. Just gonna say, I think we're running very solidly right now. That Corvette would have to be doing some serious work to be beating me right now.
Left side. Clear. One more. GTP. Or it's two actually. Outside. One more outside.
No,
Holy
I
crap.
broke my car. Well, I can drive, but the wheel's not straight. Come on, dude.
Left side.
Car is not straight anymore. Do I have a black flag?
No, no black flag. I didn't even see it make contact. I think it was net code.
I'm gonna try to drive, but this is not fun.
We just got the meatball flag.
We did? Really? Come on! And he's gonna get away with it with damage. Do I really have the meatball flag?
Yep.
God. Damn. And there's a Corvette right on cue.
Oh my god, it's almost kind of
I'm not gonna ruin his
No, I
race
know.
because I'm broken. Man, that is comical.
Oh, the timing is pretty funny.
Gotta be kidding me. He straight up just drove into me from behind.
He wasn't even like, there wasn't even any
was going
road for me to
straight.
use.
I was going
He
straight.
literally just, there was no road for me to use, and he just said, screw it, I'm not going to the inside, and just went right into the rear end of the car.
Did he take damage?
I don't know. He did. It seemed he just seemed to take it off, though, as if nothing was wrong.
Come on, that would be
For some reason, the GTPs are just absolute freaking tanks that can just handle slamming into the GT cars, like max speed and go right off.
iRacing fix that because obviously that's net code. I shouldn't have a totally broken car. I should have some bodywork damage.
It looked like netcode to me, which is the worst part.
I could make this to the end, I think, but I just would not be fast. I'm going to be 5 seconds a lap off.
We can't. We gotta pit for repairs, also to like disqualify us.
All right,
We
well,
have 2 laps after the incident to pit, or else we get disqualified.
all right, I'll stop this one. Uncheck all fuel, no tires. We'll try to salvage something out of it. I can't believe our luck this season. No tires, no fuel, just take minimum.
Fucking infuriating.
And then it just spins on its own. Oh, please, no contact. That is not cool.
We got a GTP right side post, right side.
Yeah.
Okay. One more. Second out. There you go. One more. Side.
Wow. How are we throwing a race away again like this?
Time for a replay and review.
Yeah.
What bothers me about like this season is that basically none of these incidents have been our fault. If it was our fault, it'd be like, okay, yeah, it sucked, but then like at least we can't be angry at ourselves. Like, but this has just been ridiculous.
The mistake I'll own up to was that I never joined the race lobby. Like that was me. That
was the one mistake we can be angry at ourselves for. But like other than that, it's just been we've been getting screwed every single race this season, and it's just painful.
All right, let's see how to get ruined. Is this it?
And a
right here.
right here, very stupid way. He just drives straight to the outside. There's no space there. Like we are online, just.
He was just straight. Oh,
And
honestly,
then hardcore netcode.
It was hardcore netcode. What I want to see is his car all broken here all of a sudden. I want him to at least have had his race ruined. No, he's fine. He's totally fine. What did this look like from his perspective? Sorry, Thierry Estevam. I'm fully committed there. I hope you realize that GT3s are fully committed in this corner. Like, we are a full load, and in fairness, it's your job to get around me safely. I'm not throwing my race away for you. I'm in the midst of my own race. Dude, that was never... How is that ever going to work?
It's target fixation on the GTP ahead of him.
You're in your own race too, and I understand that you're in P3, but I'm allowed to track out of my corner there. You've got a heck of a lot more grip than I do.
It's stupid he came out with no damage though. Like that shouldn't. I don't know why iRacing lets GTP cars be such tanks at high speed, and then like they'll make a small crash like a few miles an hour, and they're like totaled. Like it's very inconsistent. I've seen. Oh, he's got.
And then he just drove into the LMP2. All right, so and then he hits the pit wall on the way in. So not a very clean guy. What did he do here? Oh, he just sent it into. All right, I don't want to hate on this guy too much. There's plenty of him on iRacing. Man, that really sucks. How much time do we have? 4 minutes. How are we in this situation again? I mean, I will say all props to Matt McLean here on the Corvette. I was on a clean air, no traffic, full send, trying to beat him on the undercut, or hold position with the undercut, and he came out right with me. I think if I didn't have that damage for that last lap,
we probably wouldn't have just barely ahead of him. He still was pushing hard enough that he managed to actually. I'm impressed that like he actually managed to keep it clean enough.
He did a very good job.
Push hard enough.
The last, I mean, from the incident to the start-finish line, from where he came out, I probably lost a second or two with the car being broken. So if we hadn't taken that damage, I would have probably come out right in front of him, and we would have picked up where we left off, and it would have been a good battle.
Yeah, it would have been a great battle.
And
Which I'm all pissed. It's like we would have had such an intense, great battle with him because he was driving really, really well.
Yeah, that was good.
But, oh well, all we can do is hope he has a good rest of his race. Take a good position.
I mean, at best, we're going to be... I think we're going to hold P11. P12 is 4 laps behind us right now, and we only need one more. I'm going to just put in the chat, I'm pitting in, fellas, watch out.
Amazing. You only got 19 seconds of optional repairs. Might be worth it to take the optional too. It's not.
All right, so here's something I've never actually looked into. Presumably the required is what you the minimum to get out so that you serve your meatball flag. What are the optional? Are they cosmetic? Is that steering alignment? That's not, it's kind of superficial stuff. Do we know what's the...
I imagine the steering alignment's probably going to be part of like the meatball flag. So maybe I'd assume possibly some kind of like, maybe some body elements is all I can really think of.
I want to say after our wreck at Indy, when we came out of pit lane there, I only took the required and then sent it. And I think the steering was slightly off. I mean, at this point, I'll take the 19 seconds and just get everything perfect back to one piece. Here, I'll switch this back to me. What does Google say about that?
I am searching.
Okay. Under a minute to go here. Well, actually, no. Excuse me. Minute
Wow.
15.
This is almost something that we should do like at-home homework on, because
Okay.
it doesn't seem to be consistent on the Reddits, and it's many years ago.
There's no good answer?
No,
Like everything with iRacing?
yeah, it's definitely not clear.
I think we're going to come out amidst a good amount of prototype traffic.
No, they're actually all passed by. We're about to leave.
Well, we got 30 seconds.
Actually, yeah,
so they're gonna
P2
be your-
is never mind. Yeah, we're gonna be leading right in the midst, like the tail end of the P2s, I believe.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're probably right in the midst of them, so we gotta be careful.
Yeah. And I'll do my best to be safe with everyone. But I'm not trying to throw away anyone else's race here. 8 seconds. Oh, no, we're going to take the optional.
Like 27,
It's not going to make a difference, the optional.
20 seconds.
It would be interesting if you saw it fixing, you know?
Yeah, a bunch of guys slapping duct tape on the car, ripping bodyworks, changing tires. All right, couple seconds here. 5, 4, 3.
Don't leave before it says 0-0.
All right, we got
Zero.
P2 traffic ahead, coming in on top of us.
Yeah,
More
see it.
P2s. Just be aware of them. All right, crew to join.
There's Spike, P2. So no fuel, no tires. The temps only went down to the 150, so we're actually on reasonably warm tires right now. Which kind of tracks with a sitting for 7 minutes that they would be warm but not cold. All right, so yet again, this is an extended test session for us. You know, as much as we complain about the Mercedes sucking, we had really good results the first season with the Mercedes.
Yeah, we did really, really good with the Mercedes.
We won twice and almost won our Division 3, and the last 2 seasons I feel like we've had bad luck, despite being
We've
in a
gone to
fast
the
group
meta
driver.
car and just gotten hammered on.
Yeah. I don't know if because we're in higher splits, or I'm driving more aggressively, or all
No,
of the
when
above.
we were in the AMG, we were in really high splits. Like
Yeah, I was in top split by the end of that season.
2 seconds out, 2 P2s.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think we just gotta go back to like the sucky car.
No. I like the McLaren now.
Left
so
side.
hit me from behind.
He had no reason to be turning in
Please.
there. Left
He
side
wanted the
again.
Draft. Yep. He wanted the draft.
He's gonna get behind you though. He was just like getting alongside you. That's the scary part. That's where we're gonna have another incident. One more. Gonna shoot up the right side. He's been top in mind. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yep.
Right side.
I'll let them all through. Well, fortunately, I think we are, unless something crazy happens, we are stuck in this spot. Next car is 3 laps ahead, and the next car behind is 3 laps behind. So, nothing to be gained by pushing here right now, other than just learning how this thing drives. 5 minutes to go.
You got 2 GTPs, 1 second out.
Copy.
Left side. Oh god, very late there.
Oh, I see our friend Terry's coming up.
Yep, he's still 5th. Right on top of us might be a GTP.
Yep.
Going up the left side. And then watch out, Thierry's behind us.
Yeah. In the same place as last time. Don't make the same mistake.
Right side. If it explains anything, he's got a 1.2 safety rating. Left side.
Okay. I flashed my lights at him.
You got a P2, 1 second out. Watch out for this guy behind us. Right side.
Yep.
And 1 more second back. Left side.
Really like how that section feels since the rebuilds. It's really good.
Yeah, they used to have like that little bit of AstroTurf on the outside where if you hooked it with your tire, bye-bye.
Yeah. I like the inside curving now too. It's easier to
GTP,
see.
half
and
second
work
out.
with.
Right top of us. Left side.
Yep.
Clear.
Yeah, I could feel some of the cobbles with my setup for what I assume is the pavers that they have laid down or modeled right there.
Yep.
That was nice. You could feel that, and it felt like it was actually more grippy, but now it looks like they had laid down the green paint or AstroTurf style stuff, so I actually became more hesitant to get on it, but it gives me a better target to aim for. I miss it every time, but I'm aiming for it.
Yeah. For the most part, they removed the option of taking wide track limits everywhere. Like, there's really not a lot of places you can abuse by going extra wide anywhere. Am I on white flag now, or am I coming to white flag?
Good question.
I think... No, I'm coming to white
I think
flag.
we're on white flag now.
Yeah, so coming to the
cool.
checker.
Cool. We will have GTP traffic done.
Copy.
Unless they're finishing now.
Our fuel calcs would have been good. We lost 3 laps, and we have 4 laps worth of fuel. Excuse me, 5. So we would have finished with 1 extra. The fuel numbers were good, too. Man. Something about this is just visually easier for me now than it was before, too.
Got a GTP, half a second out.
Copy.
We're going right side, one more, right side.
Wow.
I mean, you did a good job of reading it and knowing that they weren't going to budge. So,
Yeah.
Unfortunate that you had to lift there, but it was the right call.
Yeah, it's okay.
Still the Road Atlanta 3 wide into the up the hill will go down as one of the best Chicane Club moments there.
That was insane into turn 3 wide. Wow, I still think I could have done better the entire time I'm breaking into the final chicane. I never overdid it once. Alright, well, good team. Good teamwork, guys. I think that would have been great aside from a less than ideal decision from a GTP. I'll forgo the passive-aggressive comments in the chat. Where did everyone else finish? Here, let's...
Whoa, Greg, we need to rewatch what happened with the Mustang in the last lap here. Looks like some absolute prototype carnage we missed.
Oh,
like,
you know
yeah,
who,
go
or...
go to the last lap. Like the dude in front of us, Tim Bellinger. Holy crap! I saw he was in the wall. I was like, oh, what happened to the Mustang? And like, I'm rewinding this. Like, how many people are involved in this? Like, holy crap! We need to go to like Chopper View. We need to like fully break this down. This is like a 7-car crash. Everyone is raging here.
Oh, I see that in the chat. Oh boy. Oh my.
Whoa.
Go to blimp view. All right, Mustang that we were actually right behind for a while, and then he self-spun early. Okay, no harm, no foul so far. Prototypes are... Oh, what in the... Wow.
That was
All
another incident. I want to keep on playing this because it keeps on going. Apparently, this is not the end. Oh wow, that GTP there is.
Oh, no.
Yep. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh. And then, Tim, what are you doing?
Oh, no, dude.
Tim, you just ruined everyone else's race now. You don't get 2 wrongs, you don't make a right. All right, well, I guess it's reassuring to know that my race wasn't the only one that was ruined.
He just... How many people's race did he just screw there?
Well, he didn't...
I mean, the blue car screwed up first, and then he screwed up 2 guys, and then the blue car just ruined like 4 people's race.
The blue car, who is... All right, well, I'll forgo names. I'm not trying to be that guy, but the blue and black, I think that's an LMP2 from here. Crazy misjudged the braking point and drills the Mustang, runs over top of the LMP2 in front. Would have been a terrible accident in real life. Crazy
What was the car?
carnage.
The white car stopped though in the middle of the road. Was he like behind?
Who's that?
The prototype that got pegged from the rear. Look, we're going, and then he's like, like
No, he's
stop.
braking for the chicane. The blue car, the blue-black car, never touched the brake pedal and just ran over. Everyone else is braking here. This is deep in the braking zone of the final chicane.
Got it. I was so fixated on him that, wow, ouch.
And they're braking from VMAX here, right here. So they're all the way slowing down to. Everyone should be heavily on the brakes here, and blue and black maybe misjudged or some malice there. Wow, that's real. Everyone's very irate in the chat. Yeah, I would be too. All right, it makes me feel a little bit better about what happened to us. I lost P3. Oh, sorry, Nelson. Sorry to hear that. All right, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. We ended up. Where did we actually finish? I thought we were P11 class. Yeah, P11. 22 lonely champ. 5 incident points. And so, who was it that was in the Corvette that we had a great battle
Matt.
with? Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he finished P5. So we had the same best lap. We would have the same average pace. Man, we went right there. Well, I've got to do more of these races.
Rookies.
Rookies in A class. What split was this? This was second split. Let's see. Let's peek down at the next split and see if Nelson's on here. He wasn't in our split, was he? Or was Nelson? Nelson wasn't in our race, was he? Anyone know?
Oh my gosh, everybody ran out of fuel in Nelson's race.
I just can't believe like that was a second split and that was the behavior. That's insane to me.
Oh, Nelson's in. Yeah, he finished P3, and it looks like a lot of people took extra stops.
Go get that champagne, Nelson.
Nicely done, dude. Cool. All right. Well, let's try to look forward to next week. All right. So next week, Circuit Zolder. I will have everyone know I bought this track this afternoon. I have never driven on iRacing. I don't even know if it's installed right now. Yeah, as you can see, it's not even installed on this sim. We're going to install it right now. Got fast down speeds here, so be very quick. I know nothing of this place. I haven't studied video. I've briefly looked at the track map a few times. Here, let's pull it up while I'm talking. I know nothing of this place. So you guys are going to witness my first ever laps loading into this and driving it for the first time. So we'll do enough for me to attempt to remember it. Only looks like there's 10 corners. And it's only 2.5 miles. Doesn't look like there's a lot going on. But, Dutch tracks have a way of being very complicated.
Yeah, that's how I would classify this. So what you're not seeing is the abruptness of turn 5, where you have to launch or not launch over a curb, and turn 7. Turn 8 and 9 are acceptable, and then turn 10 is another abrupt left-right.
Okay.
How is 7 all one turn? What?
I see a right, a left, and then 2 more rights. Well,
7.
What I'll also tell you. Oh, it's just doing here. One of the just cultural difference in motorsports that I've observed from European racing to American racing. A lot of American racetracks, just conventionally, we number all the turns and we refer to them as their turn numbers. Some corners, of course, have names like Oak Tree or Sunset Bend or the bus stop or whatever it is. But for the most part, we refer to the corner numbers on most racetracks in the U.S. by their number. Almost in Europe, they have no idea what turn numbers are. iRacing will always show a number there for reference, but European tracks, almost every corner has a very distinct name based on the history or who designed it or who crashed there or who made a crazy pass there or whatever it is. So the turn numbers are kind of just I don't know. I think with the European tracks, they're kind of just like an arbitrary number, whereas in American tracks, like the number is that's what we are actually categorized it as. All right, so I see on here the way this defaults also, there's a 25% chance of rain, which would make sense considering this is Holland or Belgium. I think Belgium. So like, see, they're all labeled with names, whereas on most American tracks only have a handful of corners would actually even have names. I won't even attempt to pronounce any of these.
Come on, give it a shot. Give it a shot, Greg. Come on, you got it.
Boulderberg Har spelled Bokt.
Try reading that very bottom one.
All these
Almost
end
starts
with
with S. Try reading two.
Darren Vacht Bokt. I assume that Bokt is corner because the word suffix Bokt is on like the name of the end of all of these. That's a scientific guess. What did my heart rate actually get to? Did anyone notice what it was? It says it's a 78 right now. Anyone see what the peak number was? I don't know that we peaked very high.
Daphne saying 120 on the dot, so the crowd was right. The crowd, the masses knew you. There it is, peak 120. Gosh, couldn't just do it one more number up. That would have been me.
Sorry.
I was
about to hit it
130.
until the GTP hit me.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Zolder has in store for us. I'm going to literally be looking at the track map as I drive here to figure this out.
Don't look at the track map. Just look at the road. Have fun. Have fun.
Well, I can tell you it's in Holland already. There's windmills everywhere.
This is actually Belgium.
Oh my gosh, the last track map of this did not have all those sun arrays. Or whatever those are. Oh my gosh, it didn't have the windmills either. This is great. This is my first time seeing this remastered. So all the sun panels are new. The grass looks new.
This is going to be very fast. I can tell you already. These are all big third and fourth gear corners.
Stop. It is tight as well. There's not much space to pass. This is going to be really sketchy with GTP cars.
Oh, that elevation change. I already like this. All right, that's totally misjudged. Okay. I already like this.
I'm already liking this a lot.
A lot. This is like a better Monza with elevation change. At least the first half feels like that. So TJ, what did you drive this with, the Porsche Cup?
Yeah, so it turns out that this track is actually raced in the Porsche Cup. Oh, wow, they redid the barriers right there. I don't recall them being to the right. This bridge overpass also.
This is the correct configuration? That seems like an alternate layout.
I
think you are on the alternate layout right now. There's a few versions.
Can you check on this? Oh, that's not the approach to turn one at all. Can you check which configuration?
Yeah, you're on the right version. We're running the alternate track.
Okay. What was that, TJ?
It looked like you were doing the right thing. We have to go and inspect those cones.
Yeah, it was the right line. I just looked.
Okay. This section is really fun here.
So the cheat here is to launch it off that left curb, essentially, and then you just kind of like skip over the right.
Okay.
Yeah, so evidently this track is actually raced in the Porsche Cup. And I watched some of the race there, and it's pretty nuts, man.
Real life Porsche Cup or?
Yeah, real
Oh,
life
cool.
Porsche Cup. And then I raced it in the Porsche Cup. It's where I was doing, for those that were born in the 80s, or are into the cult classic movies, Dude, Where's My Car? Where Zoltan rules.
I know that movie.
That's right. That was my Zolder, thumbnail. So feel free to go check that out.
And then.
That's right.
And then.
So what you just did is not the track layout that I did. So those cones were not there, and you had to do another abrupt left-right straight.
Yeah, this is like a 90-degree turn, but the alternate is just like a big speed, high commitment, like crazy, like diagonal corner, which is kind of cool.
I'll have to practice it for sure. It just feels bumpy. It feels like it's like a side access road that they probably never use, but it is what it is. Let's run it. This is going to be interesting with the multi-class. The prototypes are going to be bad fast in some sections here. Let's try more curb usage here. Ooh. Oh, that is...
Okay, so that is off the table.
That is too much.
Unless we are driving a monster truck, we are not taking that.
That would be a whole new front splitter and floor.
But not in iRacing.
No.
So yeah, I would recommend watching some of the quirks about this track. Now, the layout that I did didn't... You're doing the first time I've seen this scan.
Okay.
So maybe they made those bumps there completely like negate, because I had to purposely skip them because like my wheel would just lose it on hitting the curbs. But other people, you would watch the sparks fly and then go through the air just to gain that 0.2 of a second.
Ooh, that
Wow.
is fast. All right, I'm getting closer with it. All right, one is a very late decreasing apex. More like that's starting to get closer. Okay. Turning right into the pit out, so that'll suck for traffic. Fast here. Down to third. Trust this is going to be I think a high downforce track. Medium to high. So TJ, I thought this was an all new track that they added. This is actually an old retextured track that they did, or a new build? Or...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know if they did a retexture and rebuild, but I could tell you where they've changed stuff up from the time that I drove it. Those walls right there are new. Yep. I based my braking marker off of one of those oak trees because there was only one that stood out. And now I see there's multiple, so they messed up my braking marker. The fencing, this bridge is new.
I gotta really figure that one out.
Yeah, this is still the Coca-Cola signs, because I remember from the third Coca-Cola sign back is where I had to start my braking. In the Porsche Cup, that is. But yeah, everything to your right there, all those sun panels are new, the windmills are new, the grass looks old but new.
Oh, a lot of this is going to be just barely flat. There's a lot of big commitment stuff at a car like this. No, this already, in however many 4 laps I've done, I really like this place. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I really like it. I really like the environment. Like, it's a really cool environment around the track, especially all the windmills and the solar panels and everything. Almost like that. Seems like almost a darker atmosphere. The track is incredible. Like, this looks like
it's got
like,
good.
It's adrenaline filled. I'm
starting to feel the rhythm of the place.
I'm not even driving, I can feel it myself. Like,
yeah,
it looks incredible. I gotta buy this for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta focus on exit speed there. Let's do a couple more. Overslowed. Got to go nice and wide, bend it down. It's
Huge commitments is what this place is. It's huge commitments and then extremely heartbreaking.
yeah.
Frankly speaking, this track scares the crap out of me because it was like, you're getting on it and you could hear the tires squealing, and then with the brakes, it's like, okay, is the person behind me or in front of me gonna peg me or not?
Yeah, this reeks, or not reeks, but this track is definitely an old school European track. Which has so much character. You know, modern tracks aren't built like this. This, I can see, it's probably very dangerous in real life. There's very little runoff anywhere.
Yeah, out of the exit on turn 7 in the Porsche Cup, this was before the new tire models, which I feel like made the car a little bit more controllable and predictable.
Yeah.
If you got on it too quick, bye-bye. You're spinning out and going right into that wall, and then you get to ping pong wherever you go, or pinball, should I say.
Keep over slowing at 1. Gonna take some practice. Nice and wide for this. Just flat out. Big commitment to the top of 4th gear, and just a touch, roll it in 4th. Late apex trust. We definitely need more. I want the center of pressure more forward here. I want more front arrow. Commit to power really early there, coming through that chicane. Go nice and wide to the right, free up the load on the front tires. Big braking here, quick to the right. Don't carry too much speed to the left because you want to open up the right-hander here. And then it's going to be all about holding it flat here.
I cursed you. You saved it, though. That's the difference.
It's going to be tough to set up a car here because there's places where it's it tends to understeer a lot. And there's other places where it's very loose. This is not going to be straightforward setup, I don't think. Ooh. All right, I want to do 2 more and then I'll come in.
All right. I am going to wish you a good night, sir. You have a wonderful race.
Okay. Yes.
Good job with what you did.
Yep.
We went through the adversity there with the impact that was partial net code / full commitment.
Yeah.
But that was a blast, man. Good job, and looking forward to what Zoltan brings to us.
Cool. Thanks, man. I know you got to get out of here. Thanks for helping out as always. Well, you gonna be back here next week?
Assuming everything's good to go, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Get out of here. Get home safe. That is fast. All right, well, in the spirit of always trying something new here, let's wrap it up for the night, but I'm going to keep driving because I'm enjoying this so much right now. Here, can you switch to the other camera view real quick if you don't mind?
Greg cam, yeah, sure.
Sure. So, all right, well, I think we all saw what happened tonight. Unfortunately, a little bit of netcode and maybe a little bit of over-commitment from a GCP driver ended an opportunity and probably a top 5 finish for us, if not higher. It was a great race with that Corvette. It was all fair. He's playing a little aggressive, but nothing to report or ultimately complain about, just a little aggressive, but all good otherwise. I love the new Spa builds, McLaren, honestly, the baseline medium downforce setup was pretty solid. I really liked it, and I'm really liking this McLaren the more time I get with it. Yeah, unfortunately, we brought home only a P11 because we had to take 3 laps worth of repairs after the contact with the GTP. So, not an ideal result. We've had some bad luck and other minor mistakes that have really, we've had nothing close to a really solid result so far this season. Where did we finish at Fuji in the rain?
Good question. I don't actually remember. Let me check.
P7, P6, P5, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But anyways, and yeah, we're just taking some initial. This is literally my first. I'm on lap 9, 10 now. Here at Zolder, really liking it so far. This, like I said, definitely feels like a vintage, historic European F1 track. So definitely like it. Gonna be fun next week. Thanking everyone behind me tonight, as always. Got Garrett Heisinger spotting, crew chiefing for me. You did a great job tonight, Garrett. No fault of yours that GTP hit us. TJ from More Podiums, helping out with the stream support. I think we're gonna get him in the driver's seat here at some point. Maybe cameo. Maybe we'll get you in here too at some point, Garrett. How about you,
Yeah,
Jeff?
lots of Jeff.
You want to do a race, Daphne?
Come on.
I mean, it would be entertainment. If you want entertainment, I can do that for you. Good driving? I don't know. I don't know about that. For the sake of entertainment, I'll do it.
Yeah. And like I said, we are sans Angelo tonight. He's out at Road America doing real race car stuff for the SCCA runoff, so I'm sure he'll be back with us next week as we take this place on. So, as always, we cannot do this without the support of our partners. That is not just saying that because they support us and however the ways that they do, but they really are a big part of this team and making all of this happen. We love, sharing our successes with them every time we do. So, as always, I want to start with Decipher Technologies, doing the best cybersecurity and IT support. They're based here in West Palm Beach, and they have an office, and I believe in Aspen or Denver, Colorado as well, doing high-end specialized business networking, cybersecurity, and IT, as well as luxury home setup as well. We've got a lot of cool, really fancy tech in here outside of the simulators with what they do for us, and they've been helping us through some troubleshooting things and some prep for the future of what we've got going on. So thanks to Decipher. Rocky's Ultimate Garage. I love the guys over there. They do an awesome job doing the best PPF, wheels, tints, wraps, detailing, and sports car sales in all of South Florida. Rocky himself is an absolutely awesome guy, and you can absolutely fully trust them with your pride and joy with your car. Everything's a white glove approach. Their shop is fantastic inside. If you've got a high-end sports car, luxury car, SUV, whatever it is, you want to do some customization to it, you got to talk to the guys over at Rockies. Thanks to the guys, as always, Southway Capital, helping us with the business support, business development. Wayne and Dylan were in here 2 nights helping us with some technical things with one of the other sims in here. But if we've got, I've been saying it for a while, I said it earlier tonight, there are cool things in the next 12 months for the Chicane Club. There's always cool stuff coming, but there are some really cool things in the next 12 months that I cannot wait to share with everyone. What else? Sawbelts. Thank you to those guys, as always. We got our new, I gotta stop and go for blowing that penalty. Past session, who cares? Sawbelts. I'm wearing my older gloves tonight because we're in the red sim, so I wanted to break out the old red gloves. So, but yeah, I've got their TG 10.1 shoes on, their TG 10 glove, or these are the TG 9. These are the older style ones that I've spent a lot of time in a real car with. We got their new suits here. I've got the GT pad seat. I've got their 2-inch harnesses on the sim. Is it necessary to have FIA approved here to drive the simulator? No, obviously not. Is it overkill? Yes, so that's kind of our middle name here. But that being said, we do a lot of real driver training. I drive a lot myself in real life, and out of habit, I like working with the same ergonomics that I'm going to have in the real car. It makes it all that more natural, with some limited opportunities to go drive and do the real thing. So makes it feel all the more real. V-Box, love everything that the V-Box guys deliver both in the sim worlds and the real worlds. I've got their blue OLED lap timer display here. Same thing that would go in the real car. Does the same job. You can literally unplug it here, go put it in a real car, and use it the same way. We love how it integrates with circuit tools, so we can capture all of our video and our data for the ultimate driver analysis tool. And of course, everything when it comes to real race car products as well, they have the ultimate driver video and data analysis package. Super automated, really powerful. If you ever watch an IMSA race, you've seen V-Box cameras before because they are in pretty much every single car in IMSA, WEC. They're everywhere. A lot of series mandate them at this point. So if you have a race car and you're looking for a good video and data capture system, you got to get a V-Box. So let us know if you need any help. Alonze Suspension, Angelo, again, he's out in Road America this week for the SACA runoffs, doing the best race car, sports car, damper rebuilding around. Got a pair of shocks, you need them rebuilt, analyzed, whatever it is. Got to talk to Angelo for that. So, and of course, Captain's Chair Coaching. Jason Dukes doing the best personal, professional development coaching around. Been working with him for a long time. Really can confide in him. Does an awesome job. Could not recommend him highly enough for personal or professional development. Yeah, if you are interested in partnership or sponsorship, please reach out to us at info@thechicane.club. What I will also mention for the first time in here also is that we are definitely growing here at the Chicane Club. If you're interested in working with us in any capacity, feel free to drop us a note at info@thechicane.club. We can have a conversation about that. We will have some formal job postings, I think, coming up in the next 6 months that we'll make sure to cross-post here. And whatnot. But until then, don't be afraid to reach out, engage with us otherwise. Thank you to everyone watching on YouTube and Twitch tonight. I know our Twitch following is a little on the small side, but we're just getting started. But we're going to be here every week. So I got to say, in talking through all of that while I'm driving, I'm really getting into the flow of this place. I really like it. So, you guys have any closing remarks tonight back there?
Nothing really except, we ran our best race, and next week's race looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. This is a fantastic track.
I really want to see how the multi-class is going to work out with it, because it's really wide in some places and very narrow in others, and it could just create some craziness.
It's going to be some carnage, let's be fair. Well, it's not sugarcoat it. It's going to be mayhem, and it'll be glorious.
It may not be great, but we'll hopefully we can get paid, at least get some of the benefit of some of the carnage sometimes, and not always be the victim of it.
Yeah, hopefully, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I won't jinx anything. Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna finish this lap and then we can wrap up because I feel like I'm on a proper flyer here this time. I'm really figuring a lot of this out. This one you can hold flat. Maybe not. Not on worn tires. All right. Well, maybe at that we'll call it for the night. So, all in all, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate the support. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you back here 8 o'clock Eastern Time next week as we take on Circuit Zolder with the McLaren 720S GT3. Until then, have a good week, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.